love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd. And through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's a give to Etienne. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Lawrence. Being chased out left. And a dump off here to Robinson. Touchdown! James Robinson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play. Taken
in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have the Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Dobbins, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Robinson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And Ingram holds it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Hey, report. I got it. 13. Switch it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Jackson from the shotgun.
Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now Lawrence.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A give running right, Etienne.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Queen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will get the lead up to 14.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson escaping the and a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run with ETN. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Lawrence. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Jackson now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Another tote for ETN.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Lawrence will throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,